Hi, I'm a casting director.
And I'm your worst nightmare.
And we're
Two Kids on a Couch.
Hello and welcome back to Two Kids on a Couch. We hope you all had a wonderful Broadway-filled summer, and now the new school year is upon us.
That's right. We're looking up to the new season, and as everybody knows, the first part of any new theatrical season is auditions.
Now, we don't claim to be experts at auditions by any means, but we have seen a few in our days, and so we thought we would share some of our wisdom with you.
So let's start with some do's and don'ts of auditioning. Specifically, if you're auditioning for a musical or something in musical theater, there's a lot of don'ts that come into choosing an audition song. For example, you don't want to choose something from a currently running Broadway show.
Hi, my name's Jessica. I'm gonna be singing Popular from Wicked.
No! This is largely because they can be kind of overdone, and especially if they're new shows, the casting directors might have a very solid voice in their mind of what it ought to sound like, and you don't want to be compared to the Broadway people.
Another big don't of audition is don't apologize.
That's right. Maybe you're feeling sick, maybe you lost your voice. Best to not point it out. If you keep rolling with it and act like it never happened, it's probably in your best interest. Hi guys, my name's Paul. I'm gonna be singing Corner of the Sky. I'm really sorry, I'm really sick right now, so this is gonna sound terrible.
Whoa, Paul! If you don't believe in yourself, how can I believe in you? They know you're a human, they know that you make mistakes, so maybe they'll see it, maybe they won't, but you just keep right on rolling.
And the final don't you need to remember in auditioning is don't feel terrible if you don't get cast. It doesn't mean you failed your audition.
Right. A lot of factors can go into why you weren't cast for something. It doesn't mean you're not talented. It doesn't mean that the casting director hated you. It just means that you weren't what they were looking for when casting the show. Thank you so much for coming in, Stacey. Great job today.
Thank you. She was so good.
She was amazing.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Made me hate myself.
Right. The role was written for a man, so we might not be able to cast her.
Probably not. We should make a note and see if she can do something for our next show.
I think so.
And next we have our audition do's. The first do is let the casting director and director see who you are.
So don't feel like you need to be in character from the moment you walk on stage to the moment you leave.
That's actually a bad idea.
Yeah, so just let them see who you are, and then let that transformation into the character be so abrupt that they see how transformative of an actor you are, and then come back to the nice happy person before you leave to say thank you.
Be unapologetically yourself.
Hi, I'm Jeff Koons, number 75.
Wow, what a nice young man who seems so unapologetically himself.
The artist was hit in the back of the head.
What an amazing transition!
Thank you. Another thing you should allow yourself to do is to mark up a monologue.
If there's a line that you don't feel comfortable with, you can change it. The casting director is not going to have a script in front of them, so that text, that story is your own to make with it what you want. Let's see, I was a little bit over time, so I'm gonna cut this because I didn't really feel comfortable saying that anyway. This is just repeated down here, so I don't really need it the second time. And I think that just about covers it. Great!
So build a monologue that highlights your strengths. If you want it to be funny and it has this sad part in the middle, cut it out and it's no problem. If you're uncomfortable with some of the language used, maybe an accent that you didn't like, feel free to take it out. It's not a problem, you won't be judged.
The last and most important do of auditions is be prepared. A lot of people will tell you that going into auditions, it's important to be relaxed and just have fun, and while those are both true, you need to take it very seriously. Know what kind of part you're auditioning for, maybe research the casting director and see what other kinds of shows he or she has done before.
Make sure you choose a piece that not only shows your strength, but shows what they're looking for. Is it a comedic thing? Is it dramatic? Is it childish? Is it adult?
Also, another thing is be prepared for them to stop you. Maybe you'll be halfway through and they'll say, "Thank you, we've seen enough." It doesn't mean that they didn't like what they saw. It just means that
They've seen enough.
They've seen enough. That's literally, just take it at face value. That's literally all it means. Hi, my name's Tiffany. I've been studying this monologue all week. I also wrote it down 6 times in my sleep last night. I have some cough drops in my bag, and who can forget their trusty dusty ace bandage in case something goes wrong during the dance set segment of the audition.
Wow, she's so prepared. We should cast her.
Now for some embarrassing audition stories. Your worst nightmare, would you like to start this off?
Yeah, you know what, why not? I was 13, auditioning for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. The one audition that ever made me cry. And I came in with a monologue from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And so I'm pretty nervous about it. But I worked on it, I learned it, I was going out, then I started to do it. I get like 5 seconds into it, and one of the casting directors says, "Stop. Do it in French." What? I want you to do this whole monologue in a French accent. Some of you may or may not know me. I don't do accents at all.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
So I'm standing there and I'm like, I can't. And they say, go upstairs and work on it and then come back down afterwards. And I think they actually forgot about me. I think like if I remember correctly, 2 or 3 people went down and I'm like, do you still want me to come? And they're like, yes, after this one go. So I went down and I did it and it was terrible because I do accents terribly.
But did you get the part that called for a French accent?
But then in the show I did get the part that called for a French accent.
And did you do the French accent?
I did not. We made the role work without the accent.
That's how you win, kids.
Yeah. So, casting director, do you have any good audition stories?
Okay, this is a 2-part story.
Oh.
So, summer of 2013, I auditioned for the show Godspell. And Turnback Man has always had a special place in my heart. So, one would think that I would audition for that role. Unfortunately, I had auditioned using that song for one of the directors casting it. So I'm like, oh man, I don't hardly think I'm like obsessed with this one song. She has to know that I'm versatile. So I sang a different song. I think it was like Learn Your Lessons Well or something. And it was very bad. Blessedly, the casting director had seen me do Turnback Man, so I ended up being cast in that role, and that was, frankly, a second chance that I did not deserve at all. So, that was a lesson for me to choose roles where I know my strengths are instead of trying to branch out. Cut to the following summer. It was Into the Woods, and Little Red, like, that's such a great role for me.
It is.
It's a kid, she's sassy, she's kind of a jerk, her songs aren't too hard, like, that was like the role I was born to play. And I was thinking, I said, you know what? What if I was the baker's wife? Because when you see me, you think adulterous pastry maker. So I went in there and I was sitting outside and I thought to myself, you know what? I should have done Little Red. But I went in there and I auditioned and it went very, very badly. To no one's surprise, including my own. So I ended up getting a call back. And I came back and they had me read for Little Red.
And she got the role.
And I got the role and it was amazing and I loved every minute of it.
She was a very good Little Red.
So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So yeah.
So I guess the lesson there is keep an open mind. Play to your strengths.
Play to your strengths.
And then if they ask you to come in and do something different,
do it.
Do it.
At that same audition, who did you audition for?
The Mysterious Man.
And who did they have you read for?
The baker's wife. So.
You never know.
You never know. We'll tell that story later. So, final tips.
Well, mine would have to be, don't be intimidated by the people who are auditioning with you. Yes, the girl next to you may be able to hit that high note that you thought was unreachable by the human voice, but that's her strength, and you have other strengths. And if you just present everything you have to the casting director, then that's all you can do.
And I'd have to say mine would be learn to love auditioning. This is the only time in your acting career when you will get a chance to choose material that absolutely complements what you're great at. And that really is a gift.
It is, absolutely.
And it can be a lot of fun. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Two Kids on a Couch.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and in the comments, tell us some tips or awkward audition stories you have.
Absolutely. And feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook.
Yep. Thanks so much, guys.
Go break a leg at those auditions. Bye.
Bye. Keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. Ooh. I just suck at talking. Like a loser. Crush the casting director's face. Like a popsicle.
Which is you.
Oh.
Like a popsicle?
Yeah.
Things I crush.
A highly breakable
Popsicles.
popsicle. Maybe like a ceramic. Or a very light porcelain.